What's up, dude? You know those really viral cooking videos with weird thumbnails and even weirder titles? They always have millions and millions of views, but it's really hard to tell if they're actually worth the hype. On my series, we'll see about that. We put these viral recipes to the test to find out if they're actually any good. Now let's go! Today's recipe is coming from the channel It Is Delicious. And what caught my attention here was this thumbnail, because what it appears to be is a chicken breast maybe sliced in half with like maybe 6 tablespoons of butter just sitting on it. Now, as always, we are blind reacting to this. I've never seen this video. This is how we do it. This is how we do it on this series.
7 million views, dumb thumbnail, we're in.
So we're starting off strong here. They're showing that they're just spreading the butter on the chicken breast. All right.
A schmear.
A schmear, yeah. Slicing the breasts in half.
Cool knife.
A little bit of seasoning, some salt and pepper going down. Seems simple enough to start. Marcus, wink cam. Bowl spin. Okay, I'm liking this channel. We've never reviewed this channel before, I don't think. Dill and chicken, by the way, is an incredible combination. I don't think a lot of people really put those two together, but dill and chicken is mwah. You have to do it too.
I'm gonna put fireworks on mine.
Okay, Parmesan and dill. Like, I've never had this combination before, but I like the way that looks. So they're doing some finely grated parm, and then they're doing some on the side with the dill, and now with the finely grated, they're adding a bunch of breadcrumbs. Judging by the thumbnail, I didn't know where this was gonna go. I'm liking the direction this recipe is heading right now, to be honest with you. Beat up an egg. Oh, spread it on. Spread it on, good.
I've never seen anything like that.
The longer this goes on, the more excited I'm getting about making this. Honestly, I thought BS from the looks of the thumbnail, but now I'm like, all right, whoa, making a little roulade. I might have been a little bit more thorough with that breading, but no matter.
Can't imagine it tastes bad.
Oh, something about watching butter being spread onto chicken. I don't know why, I'm just like, it's satisfying. Do you need that much butter? I don't know. We're gonna do it the way they did, but it's kind of intense. I hope we're not going straight into the oven with these. I mean, okay, in my mind, I'm thinking, let's sear those off in a pan, maybe finish them in the oven so we can get that exterior really nice golden brown and crunchy. But there's a little bit of fat in the breadcrumbs from the cheese. That should help. Oh, straight in the oven, right? Marcus, put like some alert sounds, put in some lights. 50 minutes. Chicken breast already sliced in half. I know it's rolled up, but 50 minutes. I'm not gonna knock it till I try it, but we'll pull one early as an experiment. If you're watching at home and you think that's normal, you've probably been overcooking your chicken, and I'm not judging you for it. I'm just saying most people do. Most people are overcooking a lot of things they cook. Chicken, spinach, fish, whatever. Okay, now we're sauteing up some garlic cloves with some bell pepper and some cherry tomatoes.
Blending it up.
Are they gonna blend this? This might be the most simple sauce. Those poor things are just crying out to be cooked in a pan with some oil. I think we're gonna have to do that as an experiment.
And that's one serving.
Stack them up. Looks dry, looks kind of dry. That's why you got the sauce to drown it in though.
This looks like it could suck or be great.
So how I feel about this is I like the idea, but I'm not sure how I like the technique with baking them for that long, but we're gonna cook it right now and find out if it's worth 7 million views. We are going to see about that. All right, here we go. I got my chicken breasts. I'm just gonna slice them directly in half, just like so. Nice and easy. Hitting them with a little bit of salt on both sides. Washing my hands. Why would we show it? Why would we show it? And a little bit of Sergeant Gilbert reporting for duty. That is fresh ground black pepper. I'm gonna do that as well on both sides. Cover this with a little bit of cling film, and I'm gonna pound it out. Okay, we're gonna flip, and we're gonna do the other side a little bit. Oh. Now it's butter time. Now what I'm most excited about is this. My friends, how often in life do you get to do this? Look at this. That's too much butter. We all know it, and I'm doing it anyway. Wow, look at that. I'm just imagining, like, as you bake this, there's gonna be a crazy amount of butter that just comes out, right? There's a dish called chicken Kiev, where you make like a compound butter essentially and stuff it inside of a chicken breast and then you bread the whole thing. That's really good. This is like a very lazy version of that requires no skill. Wow, well that's awesome. Here's my fresh dill. I'm just gonna go ahead and slice it up, like so. And we're gonna add this grated Parmesan here. I don't know why I didn't just add the dill to the vessel that the Parmesan was in. That was kind of silly. Dill and Parmesan. I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. Now let's set that aside. Okay, I'm coming in hot with my Parmesan and dill mixture here. I'm gonna douse it on real good. There we go. It's just so funny, like this series is interesting to me because I would never do this, you know? And so I like it in a way that it gets me out of my current sort of box at the same time, I'm being very judgmental because I can't help it, guys. I worked in restaurants for 15 years. I've never seen anybody do this, you know? This is something you only see on YouTube. Now, let's just pick one and let's give it a little roll. I could see how it could really not hurt to tie these up, but I'm just sticking to the recipe and we're just gonna go ahead and roll. Yeah, mine are pretty big. I don't know if I'm using bigger breasts, but these things feel massive. And there they are. Next step, breading. Now to finish these off, we're just going straight into this beaten egg mixture and then into the breadcrumbs, which have already been mixed with that finely grated Parmesan cheese. Now I'm gonna try to do a little more of a thorough job just pressing in those breadcrumbs. That looks pretty good to me. And now straight onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and repeat with the rest. Now before we bake up these chicken rolls, let's first talk knives. For the last 2 years, I've been storing all my knives in a drawer, which has worked out fine for me, but unfortunately I do not have a pantry in the current house where I live and I need that drawer for some food storage. So today I finally got my hand on some really great magnetic knife holders from HM Magnets, which is the sponsor of today's video. They come in a whole bunch of different options to accommodate your specific kitchen. There's a drilling version. There's also an easy adhesive version that just sticks to wherever you want to put them, which is what I'm using today. The knife holder magnets are available in sizes ranging anywhere from 10 to 24 inches, and they are designed to securely hold any type of knife. They will not let you down. Today I went ahead and installed a 24-inch plus a 10-inch in my kitchen. The whole process took about 15 minutes start to finish. Super easy. So I just followed the instructions, cleaned my surface, dried it really well, stuck the adhesives to the back of the magnet holder, peeled that red sticky side, and then simply just put it where I wanted it to go. It was really simple. I really love the stainless steel design of these knife magnets, and I think it just looks really slick and cool here in my kitchen. But if stainless steel isn't your thing, they also have a dark walnut version, which is also really nice. HM Magnets also uses industrial level adhesive to make sure your heaviest knives stay secure. This thing does feel incredibly solid. If you are looking to organize your own kitchen and declutter your drawers, check out HM Magnets by clicking the link down in the description and use code TDCC20 off to save 20% off your order. Now let's get back to the recipe. And into the oven they go at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Now here's the catch. I'm gonna pull one at 50 minutes. I'm gonna pull one around 25, 30 to see the difference. Now while that bakes, let's build our sauce. I'm gonna start with some of this bell pepper right here. Don't think I need too much. Just gonna cut it up into some chunks, just like so. And these grape tomatoes, I'm just gonna go ahead and try, if I can, to slice them all like so. A couple little cloves of garlic, smash, peel, and chop. Time to quickly build this sauce, starting with a little olive oil, or as Gordon Ramsay would say, olive oil. Now, garlic, just gonna get that nice and fragrant just for a moment here. As it's starting to brown, I'm just gonna add my peppers and tomatoes, a little bit of salt and pepper. And now after 5 minutes, into a vessel, and we drop in our basil. I got some from the garden, smells really good. And I'm gonna take this little hand blender here and blend it up. Now, always taste your sauce, right? See how it is. I've made sauces like this before with the tomatoes and the garlic and the oil and the basil, not with the pepper. Surprisingly good. I like that a lot more than I thought I would. Now I'm gonna try pan frying some of these and then finishing them a little bit in the oven. I just gotta know if this is gonna work. So I'm just going in with a little bit of avocado oil. I'm gonna keep the heat around medium. Now this is gonna be interesting. I actually didn't think about this until right now, which is kind of funny, but probably a lot of butter is gonna leach out, but that's okay. I think it's worth it. Just for me personally, whenever I'm coating something in panko breadcrumbs, I just have to shallow fry it because that is what is required to get that golden brown crunchy exterior that we all know and we all love. It's been about 2 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these. Oh yeah, look at that. See, now that's just golden brown and crunchy. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this oil and just spoon it over. Try to get the sides a little bit. Yeah. Oh my God, you guys know me. I'll baste anything. I'll baste anything. Some people say it's better than sex. Now, one thing I can say in the content creator's defense, because there's Parmesan mixed in with the breadcrumbs, this is not stuck, but it's a little more sticky than usual. But a great trick for that is to turn your spatula upside down like that, right? So you can just scrape under and then that just frees it so easily. I'm now just gonna throw them in the oven and every 5 minutes I'm gonna take them out and just flip them over again. All right, there we go. That's 30 minutes. And as you can see, all that butter just leached out as it was cooking. I don't know, I'm sure the butter does some good. It's just the amount that was in this recipe just didn't need to be there. Just too much. I'm gonna temp one, right? This has been 30 minutes. This thing, it was was probably done 10 minutes ago, honestly. It's coming out like 178 right now. So I'm gonna pull this one off, and as you can see, the bottom just looks so much better than the top because it browned. I'm gonna get that one off onto a resting rack, and I am gonna follow the recipe and just cook this one for another 20 minutes because that is what was recommended. Maybe they had a really big chicken breast, I don't know. Oh, should have flipped those a little sooner. Those got a little dark. It's experimental, folks. It's experimental, although still fine. They are a little bit too dark, but okay, no problem. Okay, here's my chicken, my friends. It's been going for less than 10 minutes in the oven, maybe 8-9 minutes, and that one just hit about 155 internal. It'll come up to 165. This one's a little bit bigger. I'm gonna give it another 2-3 minutes. But just to be clear, that was maybe 3-4 minutes in the pan, 8-9 minutes in the oven, and that's definitely done. Here we go. This poor little thing has been going for 50 minutes. Oh my God. It's almost hitting brisket temperatures, my friends. 196 degrees. Now, if that was a chicken thigh, that might be all right, but it's a breast. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm gonna let this rest for 5, 6, 7 minutes, and then we'll cut in and do the taste test. All right, Marcus, let's try these things. So this is the one that cooked for 30 minutes. Okay, so let's have a look inside. This one actually looks pretty juicy.
Looks cool.
Here you go, Marcus.
I'm going no sauce for the first bite.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I'm gonna do the same. Here we go.
Oh, people are gonna get mad if I dip this. Throw it. I'll be honest, I like this. I think the dill might be a little bit unusual. I'm also starving, but I like it.
So trying it on its own, I thought it was just kind of okay. But when I had a bite with the sauce, I actually thought that was pretty good. Obviously, the butter has leached out during the cooking process, but it still left that amazing flavor, and it did tenderize it a little bit. And then to have the dill and Parmesan inside is a unique combo that's actually pretty tasty. Yeah.
I like it. It's good. The texture's nice. We pulled it definitely at the right time. That one's gonna suck. And then if you like dill, then you'll like this, but yeah, pretty solid.
Okay, we'll try that one that cooked for 50 minutes last. I'm gonna cut into one of these now, the ones that we cooked in the pan. Let's just slice that right in half. This one definitely looks juicier. As you can see, that juice just kind of glistening off there. Let's see how the crunch is. Okay, well, it's definitely juicier, right? That's definitely juicier. And it's got a little bit of crunch. I mean, nobody's gonna make this and be upset. It's just, you don't need all that butter, you know? It's just a waste.
Both of these, as long as they're cooked right, you'll be happy with if this is what you want to make.
Let's see the one that cooked for 50 minutes. It's definitely drier. Feels pretty firm.
It's not ruined.
It's not ruined, but there's no reason to cook it for 50 minutes. Even the one that was cooked for 30 minutes was already done. If you want to try this, why not make a compound butter with garlic, herbs, or whatever else? Do a thin layer of that. You can still do the Parmesan if you want, but why not put a melting cheese in here like Fontina or mozzarella or what have you? And then experiment with the herbs. Maybe you don't like dill, put basil inside, right? I'd give the normal recipe maybe a 6.8 out of 10. But then if you do it up a little bit and brown it off right and don't cook it as long, I would give that a maybe 7.7 out of 10, something like that. I don't know, is that fair?
Yeah, I mean, I'm right around just an average of like 7.2. It's good. Nobody's gonna be mad at this.
All right, there you go, my friends. There you go. Thank you for watching today, my friend. And if you are on the hunt for some really good written recipes, I have an ebook that I'll link down in the description called Master in the Making that has 55 very carefully selected recipes. They're all just clear winners. If you have any suggestions for videos you want us to review for this series, let us know in the comments. And if you want to keep this series going, here are 2 more of our personal favorites that we love to cook. Until next time, you know I love you and I'm out.